I know DJ said she had a question. Then we go to P Ray.
I don't even remember my question anymore because the bullshit just.
Well, let me take her
came over me.
spot, and then you can go.
I know what I want to say.
Oh,
okay. So I want to start from the first thing you said. Then
I thought I was talking, but okay.
Oh, you say you forgot? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I forgot my question, but I.
All right, go ahead, DJ.
So it was a lot said. Why do you bring the good sister Angela Rye in this? Shouts out to Angela Rye and all of her work. So first of all, how did we make this about Black women? First of all, it would have been true. Kamala Harris would have been the first Black woman president or woman of color, depending on who you look at Sweeney. I'm sorry. She would have been the first Black woman president, right? That is a fact. That is a fact. She would have been the
first Indian Irish woman president.
No. What are y'all talking about? Her father is Black Jamaican.
Her father is Irish.
How do we know that?
Okay, I'm Jamaican. Do y'all know anything about Jamaican?
You're Black.
No, keep going. We understand. Keep going, DJ.
One drop of Black and
one drop, right?
Yeah, we got you. Keep going.
We know this. All
right. So all I'm saying is that we did not make this about Kamala being a Black woman, but it is a fact. She would have been the first Black woman president. We didn't seem to have a problem with this narrative with Obama. As a matter of fact, we championed him when he said, my father, he's Black, he's a Nigerian, he's Black, he's this,
he's Kenyan.
Kenyan, sorry. He's Kenyan, he's African, he's all of these things. I'm going to be the first Black president, and Yeezy came out, my president is Black, and it was a sense of pride. So now when it is a Black woman, now all of a sudden it's not a sense of pride anymore. Now it's how dare you polarize us and make it about Black women. And it's just like, there's an air, there's something in the air. It's like, it smells like jealousy, like it smells like men don't want to see women progress. It smells like men hate to see a Black woman actually doing something. You know, Malcolm X said something very interesting. He said, a civilization is only progressive as its women. And I think that we're losing sight of that. Excuse me?
That nigga was dumb. He lied.
Did you just call Malcolm X dumb?
You said Malcolm X?
I sure did.
No,
you want to Google it?
Also, Black folks did criticize Obama. That's the reason why Kamala lost, because Black folks said we're not falling for the old banana in the tailpipe again with the whole vote for me because I'm Black.
You can't trick us twice. That's the whole thing about it.
Hold on, y'all. Let her finish.
Negro, we know who we are.
Hold on.
Go ahead. She can have it. She's excited. Go ahead.
Yes, I am, because I want to get this out. Race is dead in 2024. Race is dead. We going straight on lineage, because see, that race stuff is how what they call in tethers, what I call foreigners. Foreigners come into this country and utilize our social and political capital to advance whatever you're calling yourselves. So that is the main problem. We were not going to allow this. I know that Kamala, her father comes from the elite mulatto class of Jamaica, because I do know about Jamaica. So I know that there's an elite mulatto class, and he happened to have enough money to come over here as a grad student in the 60s. In order to get a student visa, you got to have all your money up front. So he had enough money to come over here in the 60s as a grad student and move to California. That's the first thing. But her mother is a Brahmin Indian. They are the highest caste. They got arranged marriages. They didn't send her mama over here to marry the Jamaican mulatto man. They had a whole life set up for her over there. So when she brought back those two Jamaican mulatto children, they say, you can't do that with us. So that her mother had
I'm sorry, can you stop saying mulatto? It is such a racist term. Even
I am one.
Change her name to Big Lotto because it's such a racist and nasty term.
That's my people. That's who I am. My grandmother
Your people? You are a racist, self-hating woman. You know that?
You don't get to determine.
You are aligning yourself with the oppressor, and it is really you're weird.
Jamaican culture.
You're weird. Go ahead. Keep saying racist, ignorant, self-hating terms like mulatto. That just goes to show you how off base you
Y'all gotta
are.
stop
You
doing
are
it. Y'all gotta,
off.
hey, y'all gotta chill.
Hey, ladies, let me just finish my
I just want to say no. So let me finish it. So she brings back these two children who are not Brahmin. Okay, let's say that they're not Brahmin. So they tell her, they can't come up in here. So her mother had to create a black world for these girls to belong to. And just because this Indian lady created her adaptation of what she thinks Black American culture is, does not make her an American Negro woman under any circumstances. When she said she put Tabasco in her greens, I knew that she was lying because we don't even eat Tabasco. That's not us. But she's talking so loud, and she's in this world that she and her mother curated for themselves because she could not go back to her Indian people. Please don't play with us when it comes to this ethnicity stuff. No. I'm 100% Negro. I know who we are, and she not us. And she don't get to speak on my behalf, and she don't get to use my social and political capital that I got via birthright from my ancestors to advance her cause and the immigrant cause. Never. No,
let me chime in. I know everybody.
Real quick, she was responding to something I said real quick, Bruiser. Let me say this because she definitely I think you completely misconstrued what I said, and I brought up Angela Rye because if you go look at the Breakfast Club interview where Angela Rye was talking to Jill Stein, I believe that was some of the heat between Black women and white women that a lot of people noticed. And while white women basically turned on Kamala Harris. So this is not about Kamala Harris at all. And I really don't like the fact that you're talking about jealousy from Black men when Black men were basically in lockstep and 1 point down from what they did in 2020. Black men only like 79% to 78%, only 1 point. Now, this is the terrible part about it and why y'all need to stop race baiting. Black women made history on election night. Angela Also Brooks is a U.S. senator, Black woman from Maryland. Rochester, Black woman from Delaware, both senators. First time 2 Black women, U.S. senators. But yet you're trying to convince us that everybody hate you when you made history, right? So the reason I brought that up was to say the reason the presidency did not go to a Black woman was not even because of Kamala Harris. It's because all the women needed to understand that we need to look presidential in this time. Do not put any Black girl magic sauce on things that are supposed to include all of the American people. And I think they failed at that. So I'm going to tell you right now, if they want to win anything in the midterms, they need to have men like me, men like Trev, Sweeney, all these people to tell them how to run a campaign that is inclusive and does not isolate other people out of their agenda. So
don't put Cardi B on your podium. Don't put Megan Thee Stallion performing. Don't have Glorilla performing at your shit. Listen.
Thank you.
Who you think? They were trying to appeal to the young vote, and I also agree that was a mistake.
And they lost. That's what I'm saying. They lost.
But what I will say, I want to ask you this, Trigger Mike. What is your problem with Black Girl Magic? Because I don't have a problem with Black Boy Joy. I don't know why Black Boy Joy didn't catch. It just didn't. What's your issue with Black Girl Magic exactly?
So those tropes, they are tropes, are dying off for a reason.
You know what a
Black
trope
Boy
is?
Joy, Black Boy Joy was actually created by women. So I think you're missing the context in what I said. Please do anything and have pride within your own people. All right. The part that I cringe, I'm not going to lie. I cringe every time a Black woman describes herself as the word Black woman. White women, we know white women want to look out for other white women, right? But they're smart enough to only use the word woman when they talk. I've never heard in my life a woman say, well, me as a white woman, I've never in my life heard them say that. That's because even when they're talking about themselves, they're smart enough to pretend to be inclusive because they want to reach a higher level. right?
So you
So they're
do
gonna
understand the difference between Black pride and a white person saying white pride, right? Like, those are not synonymous. Those are not the same thing. You know why Black pride exists and why white pride doesn't, right?
you know what?
These things are not interchangeable, and we should not be comparing them.
You know what?
You
I'm
know why
not gonna
Black
make.
pride
Yeah,
exists,
I'm not.
and it derive and Black girl magic derives from Black
Yeah.
pride.
What I'm
And that
telling
is
you,
not the
DJ,
same. That's a false equivalency
DJ,
to
DJ,
compare white pride.
DJ.
There's no need
It's
for white
all
pride. We
what I'm
live
telling
in
you,
You're not
white
trying to hear you,
supremacist,
bro.
a supremacist
You just want to
society.
lecture me.
DJ. I'm not arguing or debating any of that. It's irrelevant because for the presidency of the United States, you just need to be a woman. I don't give a damn about Black pride if I'm running for president. I'm everybody's president. That's what I'm saying. The reason it exists, it's irrelevant. The reason white pride exists is irrelevant.
White pride is not a thing because they don't need it. That is the reason why there's no white entertainment television.
Hold on.
Are you for real?
No, what I'm saying is,
do you know why BET exists? Do you know why Black Pride is a thing? Do you know why Black History Month is a thing and not White History Month?
That's not what he's saying.
Look,
it
man.
is
Let
what
me
he's
say
saying,
something because I've been trying to let y'all argue.
You're not paying attention to what Black girl magic is. It's a derivative of Black pride. There's no such thing as white pride. We live in a white supremacist society. We live in a society that uplifts white people. This is literally the equivalency of all lives matter. There's no need to say all lives matter when we're talking about Black Lives Matter. There's a disproportionate.
So this is what I wanted to say. I couldn't say it.
The fact that y'all don't understand, this is remedial shit.
We
y'all
do,
for
but
look, I wanted to chime in before Di left. I knew that.
Can't be serious.